Welcome to Camp Handsome, a beautiful place for the convocation of comely men.
He generates that for whoever invites him.
I did. Oh,
Now,
for whoever invites
here's your
him.
host,
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just
the
for whoever
Grammar
invites him.
Club.
Got it. Okay, cool.
But then obviously it still works for whoever they send it to.
Right, gotcha.
So-
Okay,
Right,
sounds
right.
good. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Nice. Perfect. All right, so like I said, I'll pause for just a second, introduce myself, and et cetera, et cetera. All right. Hello, this is Chad Walker. Welcome to the Fandomania Geek Music Podcast. I'm here with the members of the Grammar Club. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey. All right, so we've actually managed to get, I believe that we have 5 of the 6 of you, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
But can you kind of so this may take a little while, but can you each introduce yourselves and kind of tell us what you do, maybe a little bit kind of individually and also as members of the Grammar Club?
I will start because I am the biggest.
Let's go
I'm
alphabetical.
Beefy.
Perfect.
Alphabetical. All right.
But just I figured because you were starting, it made sense.
Oh, okay, good. I'm still starting. I'm still alphabetical. I'm still first as Beefy. I like it. I was in my Keith Moore phase.
I was
Okay.
waiting for you to start to say that. That was the idea.
You're
All right,
such a
go.
gentleman. What a gentleman. All right. I'm Beefy. I'm the rapper of the Grammar Club, the Titan that Shell has dubbed me in a few times. I do hip hop for Nerd Rap, and it's pretty fun. And me and Shell joined forces many years ago and started this little kind of collection, and we've been making songs ever since. And really, I like to start because I'm the least talented as far as the like actual musical production side of things go. But I'm the front man, and that makes it feel good. You know, I'm the rapper guy. I just have to do a lot of words really quickly, so that it feels good to be me.
Amen.
Nice.
You.
Nice.
Whoa,
Right,
this
so
is
that-
alphabetical.
So
That's me next,
everybody?
right? Next. I'm Ailshawn. Sean Ailshawn Stone. I play guitar. I did the very first Final Fantasy remix on OC Remix. I've done a whole bunch of other stuff since then. I play in a band called Lonely Rolling Stars that's played at MagFest. I used to be in a band called the Smash Brothers that also played at MagFest a bunch. In the Grammar Club, I primarily play guitar and function as wizard number 3. There are 2 other wizards ahead of me.
You have a wizard
And
hierarchy.
I think, yeah, I'm wizard 3.
It's like a red
And I
mage
think-
kind of character.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, definitely. I don't get to cast nuke.
Yeah.
I get fire 3,
Yeah.
but I don't get like the super like X for none of
Yeah. You're our red mage. Beefy is
Yeah.
our barbarian.
that. Let's keep that going. Okay, so that's me. That's
Okay.
Ailshawn.
All right.
On to Shale Riley's next, yeah?
I am the group's paladin, strong support, light magic, a little bit of magic, good fighter, but kind of a support-based fighter.
Nice.
I can solo if I need to, but I prefer,
What about your music status?
I don't know.
We can all solo if we need.
Sorry, that was diatribe. I'm I guess one of our chief songwriters, I suppose. I like to come up with demos, vocal hooks, instrumentals, entire pop songs of any genre and any genre. I like to write melodies and chords, and I guess I'm just a songwriter guy and kind of a group coordinator. Try to keep us focused, I guess. I it's more like a pirate ship than an office, but I guess
Nice.
try to keep things going, keep us looting and pillaging, and
Yar.
give everybody the right
Yeah.
amount of rum. Not
like
too much,
that.
not too little. That's me.
Let's use that in the future.
Also, I guess I'm like a lead singer. And sometimes I program synths and I play guitars and sometimes a little bass. I played bass on Waiting to Die, the album. And, okay, so I guess Tanner's next.
All right. I mostly deal with production. I have a long history of production, especially with Beefy. We've been working together for over 10 years now, I think.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, I mostly deal with the electronic stuff in the songs. I've been doing some more real drumming recently. I've been drumming for about 15 years now, almost, I think. So it's good to get back to that. I've been doing a lot of electronic stuff recently, so that feels good. But yeah, I do a lot of remixes as well. Little bleeps and bloops here and there. And do some of the mastering and mixing as well.
He's our wizard number 2.
No,
Tanner's
he's
the
wizard
group's
number 1. He's
engineer.
the
Without
main
Tanner,
engineering wizard.
you can't get the airship without Tanner. You can't progress without the airship.
He's
And
our
you
Sid.
can't underrate the peep skill. You've got to know your enemy. Okay.
Nice.
And Ty.
That's me.
Yeah, baby.
I'm Ty.
Ty's our wizard.
Sometimes called the Double Ice Backfire
Mm-hmm.
or Suzumibachi in some circles. I've been working with Shale for about 10 years now. It's like 2008.
Keep going.
Started
Keep
Double Ice
going.
Backfire. And then joined the Grammar Club in like 2010. Been doing guitar and arrangement ever since.
Okay. All right. So, how would you guys describe your music for anyone who hasn't actually heard you guys before?
It's happy music for depressed nerds.
It's experimental pop. I mean, we were wrestling
yeah.
with what to register genre-wise, how to pigeonhole ourselves into the two
Yeah.
holes they let you pigeon yourself into. And we wanted experimental pop, and that ended up not even being an option. I think we went with primary genre pop, secondary genre hip hop / rap, which I guess which in my mind, like if I had to do Gorillaz, which is the closest thing in that's commonly known that I guess I would use as a reference point. If I had to choose a category for Gorillaz, I would call it pop and hip hop rap. So I chose those categories, and I don't know. I have no idea if that was a good or bad choice from a marketing perspective or from a musicology perspective, but that is what we went with.
We'll find out, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to come up with that kind of thing, like the genre thing. I mean, yeah, it's difficult to do that. Yeah.
I guess we just write. I don't know. I don't write from a top-down perspective where I think, okay, I'm going to write an X song. It's going to be like a bebop song. It's going to be blues. I just have usually a melody and chord structure and some lyrics in mind. It all comes together at the same time. And
The genre usually comes down to either me or Tanner or sometimes Sean in the end.
And when I the sort of the way that I describe our genre is that when I choose our marketing demographic on Facebook, I choose to market to fans of Gorillaz, Cake, and Weezer.
Okay.
So the three of those.
Yeah.
Like if
Weezer
you like
with their
any
great
of those
hip-hop-
three, then we're that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weezer with
well known
like,
for their
with
hip hop. Yeah.
their
Yes.
hip hop breakdowns.
well, Weezer's made the occasional attempt at incorporating hip hop, like
well, see,
I
it's
Can't
like
Stop
Gorillaz
Partying.
with Weezer hooks though. So it's like
I see.
Gorillaz.
I see what you're saying.
And then with Cake, sort of tightness.
Okay.
There being a lack of.
Nice. Nice.
And the MIDI
Alright, so-
trumpet. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh yeah.
out of
MIDI trumpet from Cake.
just slightly out of tune trumpet,
Just a bit.
just the right amount of tuning.
Go on.
All right. So you guys have set up a Patreon, which is a grammar club, but it also kind of supports each of you individually. Can you talk about what you offer on the Patreon?
Hell yeah. We offer all kinds of dope stuff. So we've been making at least, 2 or 3 songs a week. We do the podcast. We do these No Fake Friday videos. We have the Patreon, the Discord for people chatting up with us. It's really cool. And we get a lot of room to like Shell was saying, he doesn't just make like one kind of song. He does, these guys do all kinds of things. And the coolest thing about our group is that we have this shared drive that we just throw everything into. And if Sean's feel like making something saucy, if Ty's worked on something that Shell has this just a melody and he needs someone to break it down. I did the song called Food Court Pretzel that was just a series of drums that Sean laid out just in a row, and I did a rap to that, and Ty built this whole song all around it. So it's like the coolest thing, and we're able just to pump those out like all the time. We get songs like every week. We do remixes, and it's all like, hopefully, knock on wood, cross our fingers, sounds super good.
Right.
People like it a lot.
Right. Yeah, you guys. I mean, you're really active on there. I mean, when you say you're going to put out 2 or 3 things a week, you seriously do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was
Why would
about
we
there.
say
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and not do it?
Yeah.
We want to have happy customers. You know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna
Subscribe
throw down
to
a
it,
buck
you're
or
gonna
two.
get
Like
what you
I don't
pay
throw
for.
away. Yeah, man, my money doesn't come out of me lightly. So
Like Netflix costs $10 a month. We got to be pretty good if we're going to compete with Netflix, right?
Yep.
Nice.
we're gonna build that library so we compete.
Nice. That's funny. Yeah. So you mentioned the podcast, Camp
Camp
Handsome.
Handsome.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Wow. That is
Hamp
surprising.
Cansome.
Hamp
I've been
Cansome,
calling
yeah.
it Hamp Cansome for a while. if
Oh
I'm
my
honest.
gosh, that is way harder to say out loud than I realized that was going to be to say out loud. Interesting. Okay.
Camp Crampson?
Camp Handsome.
Camp Crampson.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. I mean, can you kind of give an idea of what goes on the podcast?
This.
This. I was gonna say, wait, yeah, pretty much this.
every single time. Sometimes we play board
yeah.
games.
Sometimes we'll play a game.
Once
Sometimes
in a
we'll
while we got
talk
a
to some
guest.
cool people. Like
Sometimes
like
it's
your
this.
sale. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
just this
Yeah.
though. But it feels
Yeah, we
good
just
to
kinda
be part
chat.
of it.
Sometimes
cool
we just
part-
play instruments and don't even talk. There you go.
We usually we try to talk
Someone's
about
phone
like
goes off
the
every time.
at least once. Mine did it earlier. We try to talk about like making the actual music. We have a couple
Right,
episodes talking
right.
about like prepping a show and like how we prep the songs and how we did this and that for the week, and that's pretty fun. And how we like work with other people, and sometimes it's cool depending on who the guest is. Like to find out, they have these guys that Shell and Ty or Sean have known for 20 years or whatever on the internet from OC Remix, and then there's this people that it's just us who've just talking to each other for half an hour or so and just play silly games and play silly songs, and hopefully people enjoy it. That's
Right.
the
You talk about
ultimate
yacht
goal.
rock.
Yeah, we talk a lot about yacht rock.
The one week I'm not there, you guys talk about Yacht Rock. I so missed out on that.
Yeah.
And you never know what arrangement you may get, because we have a lot of
Right,
members.
right, of
We like to
course,
mix
yeah.
it on up, so
Yeah,
it's
of
pretty
course.
cool. It's checking out, see if
Yeah.
I've decided to make an appearance or not. It's usually a mixed bag.
Right. Well, I mean, it's got to be hard to get 6 people together
It's rough.
at once. I mean, yeah, it's got to be difficult to do. So.
A mixed bag, raves Beef Thompson.
I mean, getting me on the show. The show itself is fabulous. Mixed bag of me being on it is rough.
Nice. That's a great tagline. Nice. All right. So before we get to the album itself, I do want to mention. Speaking of the Patreon, I do want to mention the track that you guys just released not too long ago, Raheem.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah. It's kind of a parody of sorts, I guess, of Jolene.
Yeah.
And I did notice that apparently Mega Ran called it cute.
Yep.
Which is
Called
great.
cute.
Yeah.
Which-
yeah.
Shell said he, collectively as a band, we breathe a sigh of relief because that's super true. We weren't sure.
I made
Right.
that arrangement
We were-
live
we were
on the internet.
yeah.
in
Oh,
front of
really?
everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, that's another thing that we do on the Patreon is that Sean will stream like just production things and how he plays guitar and how he chops things up in his DAW. It's like, and on one episode he was like he put that all together and set it up for us while streaming it.
Yeah, I did Radio Chat that way too. Lately, I've been lazy. I just been playing Secret World.
Nice.
Sometimes it's Secret Wars, but sometimes it's also music. But Jesse came. It was all Jesse's idea, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all Jesse's idea completely.
But
Who's Jesse?
He came
Jesse
to us with
Dangerous.
There you go. You got to tell people who we're talking
Sorry,
about.
yeah, Jesse
Yeah.
Dangerous,
Jesse Dangerously. Yeah.
Canadian superhero and rap master.
The vocalist on that track. Yeah.
One of my favorite guest vocalists we've ever had. The
Yeah, he's a
Try
great
Harder
guy.
verse on what's the name of the song? Phoning It In.
Phoning it
That's
in. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good.
This is our second collaboration with Jesse.
The Try Harder or Honestly Why Bother?
Hunter.
Yeah, the way he
Otherwise,
does
honestly,
it,
why
his
bother?
delivery is just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
He
sure.
is, he's one of the more unique rappers that I've ever heard in my life. He's really
Yeah.
fun to work with.
So check
I
out
never
Jesse
heard him
Dangerous
sing. I
and
never heard
people.
him do
He's
something
so
deep
good.
voice like this and then talk about how much he loves Mega Ran. So if you haven't heard Raheem, that's what the song's about. It's like how
Yeah.
good Mega Ran is and
How he's gonna
how we're
steal our
afraid
fans.
he's going to
Yeah.
steal fans from us. I don't think it's stealing. He's just going to earn our fans away.
Just because he can.
Just because he can, though, because he's super talented and he doesn't
Mega
involve
Ran
himself in
can.
terrible things.
Right. Right.
I wanna see
mean,
Mega Ran
totally,
Can.
it's only possible to be fans of one person, right? I mean,
Yes.
you can't
Absolutely.
possibly be fans
This
of
is
both
a
Mega Ran and
zero-sum
the Grammar
game.
Club.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
No, we can only have one. There can be only one
There could
music
be only
group.
one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eventually, well, after people die, and it's us in the rubble, it'll be perfect.
Nice. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the new album. It should probably be out by the time the episode actually goes out, right? We
Yeah,
think.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, so
Likely.
yeah, most likely. So live sly. Goodness, I went to the next word. Wow, I cannot speak tonight. Live slow, die whenever.
Yeah.
It's the album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you talk about what people can expect from the album itself?
Experimental pop.
Okay.
Real mixed
Songs
bag.
about
I
songs
mean-
about sloths.
Okay.
Songs
yes.
about Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Songs about pretzels and other foods
Yeah.
and shopping for such foods.
Well, you
Strength.
heard that. You heard
Lots
the
of
album.
strength.
What do you think?
Are we stronger than the mall?
I mean, you're one of the only people who has heard the album.
Oh,
so what?
wow. Yeah.
You
This-
help
yeah,
us
this is the time of
categorize.
Well,
recording.
What can people
I think you guys
expect?
hit on it. I mean, you're right. I really like that experimental pop. The comparison to Gorillaz. I wouldn't even have occurred to me. But as soon as you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and I mean, it's kind of a collective too, just like they basically are. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, it definitely fits that. I mean, you're right. You've kind of got some. There seems to be a lot more because you have more members now. Obviously, there's a lot more to this album. Like there's more production. There's more. I mean, it's the instrumentation. There just seems to me to be more to it.
You know, funny. Fewer people worked on this album than I
Oh,
think
really?
any other Grammar Club album. We just worked.
Oh,
We
that's
just really
hysterical.
worked quite a lot harder.
That's really funny. Oh my God,
Because-
that's
And I
great.
mean, we're older and better at it.
That's
We're
really
higher
funny.
level now.
Perhaps
Well,
fewer
thank you for
people
the
worked
compliment.
on like on
That's
each
really
song
funny.
maybe or more people because it seems like more of the songs on the album have like 4 or 5 people touching them.
I see.
Whereas
Okay.
past albums, there might have been 20 people on the album, but each song might have only been like 2 or 3 people.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Sounds
fair.
about right.
Okay.
So
I was
if
thinking it
it
was.
seems like more stuff, that's probably why more of the dishes have more ingredients in them.
I see. Okay, that's okay. Then that's probably what I'm hearing. I was thinking it was mostly the other ones were mostly just 3 of you, right? That's what I was thinking, but I guess
A lot of
obviously
times,
I'm wrong.
but
Okay,
even then, sometimes
Okay.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
should
I-
never be able to tell. You'll never know.
nice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. No, that's perfectly.
I'm
fair.
very happy
Absolutely.
that that's your initial feedback because I mean I think we've all made a choice to write more sophisticated music than we had put on the last couple of albums or on any of the past albums just because I don't know, and for me I just wanted to write more sophisticated music
right.
because that's
Right.
what I was into now because
I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
wrote a song about trucks. Like,
Yeah, man. I wrote a. That's what they can come to
thematically-
expect.
You don't
musically
cookie puss on there. I
sophisticated,
mean,
not
Cook
thematically
was
sophisticated.
sophisticated
No.
music
Just,
about a country song about Beefy buying a truck. It's gonna be.
I mean,
I don't know.
I sang a country song on this record, guys. Buy this
Yeah.
album.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between like our lyrical sensibilities and our,
yeah,
our musical.
I know. No, I know.
sensibilities.
No, you're definitely right. I definitely get that sense that there's something a little bit more maybe sophisticated about this one than some of the past ones. Yeah, I definitely kind of get that. I kind of see what you're saying about that.
We're
Even
not
though
taking
there's some
ourselves
silliness.
seriously.
Yeah,
at all
exactly. Yeah,
yet
of course.
either.
Yeah, no, of course not.
We're still pretty like one of our other subgenres we can at least label ourselves on Bandcamp is nerdcore because I'm a
Right.
rapper and there's the video game sounds at some point on this record.
Right.
So
Well, it's all
nerdcore.
game music. It's all game music. I mean, it's always
Everything
been
is
game
game
music to
music.
me. 3 of us are from like the overclocked remix kind of school of music
Right.
that we all
Right.
learned music by making video game arrangements. So it's
And me and
always-
Tanner have played video games.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's always been beefy rapping over video game music. So it's always been nerdcore, sure. But I mean, if you say it that, it seems like it's very limiting. If you say it like
Right.
that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, I mean,
What's that?
nerdcore is kind of even that term itself has kind of come away from just being about hip hop. I've noticed lately.
Is it?
Well, yeah, I've definitely noticed people using nerdcore to refer to things that aren't just about hip hop, which has kind of thrown me too. Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've definitely seen people using nerdcore to refer to just kind of nerd music in general.
Is that
That's
our
why-
fault at all?
That's all me, baby. I
sure hope
have
we've
decided I've made
contributed
it
to that.
mainstream enough that everyone wants to jump on my
No,
coattails.
no, I'm not. I'm definitely not talking about like mainstream. I'm
Damn
talking
it.
more.
I assumed you were.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
right,
definitely
all
talking
right,
more within
fair
the
enough.
community. Yeah.
All right.
One quick
Yeah.
aside that we had mentioned that like you're one of the first people to hear the album. If you're one of our patrons, you'll be like, I've heard all of these songs.
I think I've heard. I've heard most of them, but not quite all of them.
We did, however, go back and do a remixing and mastering pass.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we,
It's definitely
because of our pace, because of releasing 3
Yeah.
songs a week. I mean, we're pretty skilled, but like we ain't perfect. You know, there's stuff, little things slip through sometimes. So we did go through and give all of the songs a little extra love.
Right.
And so the ones that we picked for the album specifically have all been, prettied up a little bit. And so if you're one of our patrons hearing this, do go and download your copy of the album, which we will be giving you, because it's not the same as the previous versions that you've got of all of the songs. It is sort of upgraded.
Right. Yeah. I mentioned like, and I know this is a silly one, but it was what I was going to talk about anyway. Cookie Puss, for example, which completely silly song, but I mean, the original is like less than a minute long, and this one, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it expanded and kind of updated. And all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So hang on. So how did you guys decide to do an entire EP about Carvel?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean,
Jokes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay.
I'm glad you asked.
So it's a joke that just ran away with itself.
I gotcha.
Boatloads of money,
Yeah, we just wanted a lot
millions
of
of
cash.
dollars.
Yeah.
I had my eyes on a boat, and Carvel came up with that sweet boat money. And well, basically, we had this idea. I have
Fudgy
this
was right
friend.
along the side of the boat.
I was on the SS Fudgy, baby. I have this acquaintance who was like, "Hey, do you want to like maybe write this song and do the song about Carvel, and just for fun, just to play around with it?" And I was like, "Sure." And I brought it to the boys, and then Shell was like, "Hey, instead of a song, what if we just do all the songs and we do every song? We do so many more songs.
why stop at one?
Why do
would
one
we do
song,
that?
Beefy? We have all these people. Let's do what is it, 6 or 7 songs?
each
at
do one.
least. Let's each do a song individually and also try to do group songs." So that's how that started. We wanted to make a little song, and it became like an internal meme within our group. Everything was
doing a
like
bit.
had fudgies.
That's right.
Gotcha.
We're doing
That's
heavy
right,
and
too.
weight. Tanner found old video footage of all these commercials, and he cut his song together. But we were using quotes from that over and over again, and just other songs too, just peppering it in like it was continuity. It was like the episode of Lost. It was perfect, and we really just rode that for fun. And then on April Fools, we put out an EP, just about ice cream.
Right. Nice.
We were doing a
as you
bit.
do.
Yeah.
We were doing a
Of
bit.
course. As you do. All right. Well, let's talk about some of the other tracks from the album. So the title track. I mean, you said it's a kind of a James Bond pastiche, but it almost feels like anti-James Bond, at least lyrically, anyway. Does that make any sense?
No, none.
No,
Okay, not at all.
it's a multi-level
Moving on,
sort
then.
of a thing.
No, I want to know where you're getting that from, though. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I mean, because it's about a sloth, basically,
Yeah.
and I mean, James
I imagine
Bond,
it being like
Is
a
the
James
sloth
Bond
the
villain in
opposite
like
of
I
James Bond?
mean,
I imagine it more like I always imagined it as
There's,
like a super villain in the BoJack Horseman universe.
okay.
There's certainly no
so,
there's
okay.
no authorial intention there to take any kind of a dig, even a fun-loving one at the James Bond series. It's just not. There's nothing critical. There's no critical intent.
Oh
there.
no, I
It's
didn't
not
mean
supposed to be like,
critical in that way. I didn't mean critical. I just meant kind of like James Bond is this this cool suave dude, and here you have the sloth.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean anti as in like opposite.
Okay. I see. So
What are
I
you trying to
guess
say about
yeah,
sloths,
yeah,
man?
yeah.
Like,
there's like your
sloths are
instructions
cool.
are to go to a party and eat all the cheese and then leave by yourself.
Right.
So I mean, I guess I was just kind of writing something I thought would appeal to the audience.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Like
Our
if-
audience.
like when I imagine if I were to assign myself Sort of, if I were to turn my life into a Quixotic role play and double up a layer on top of it an allegorical secret agent story, a very plausible mission for me would be to go to this party, eat all the cheese I want to eat, and then leave. Like that's
Gotcha.
the kind
Okay.
of mission I could assign myself. And I could imagine myself listening to this secret agent theme while I'm pulling off this heist,
Just-
this cheese
yeah,
heist,
just-
Okay.
Getting
where I have
all
to
the
deal with
cheese.
like the social anxiety of being at a party.
Right.
That's the danger. That's like the allegory for the people who are trying to kill James Bond.
Right. I mean, people could talk to you.
See,
Like,
That's,
you don't want that.
uh,
You're gonna have a mouthful of cheese.
so
Literally
I
anyone
guess
could do
I
it.
guess if you're saying like the protagonist of this story sounds like an anti James Bond,
Right.
I would say perhaps. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
And then I do fast rapping.
I hope I've answered your question.
So fast.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nice.
That was a good one. I love that story.
Oh yeah, it's a really good. I mean, you hear it immediately. You're like, oh yeah, that's definitely a James Bond. And then you listen, you're like, okay. So that's the spy that we're getting. Okay, that works. I guess that's a type of spy, I guess, in a way, sort of. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Well, you
The only
gotta,
one-
you gotta be able to imagine yourself as the hero, and we gotta be plausible with our own dreams
Right.
here.
I can definitely see myself saying the same thing. Yeah. Eating all the cheese and leaving. Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
glad that me and you are tapping the same zeitgeist here.
We're all in the same page now, guys.
Absolutely.
I'll
Yeah,
feel it
definitely.
Like that's how I get. Like, it doesn't work for Drax to stand there and become invisible. But if I were a spy, that would totally be my superpower. Just to move so slowly that I could eat all your cheese before you knew what happened.
Nice. Nice. All right. So I also definitely feel kind of obligated to mention you guys do have a song called Radio Chad. Which is Friday the
About you.
13th. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is definitely totally 100% definitely about me.
That
except
Chad
obviously-
Walker.
Yeah.
Right.
Radio Chad Walker is what that song's about. It didn't rhyme, so we chopped off
Right,
the
just
last
chopped
name.
out, yeah, just with Radio Chad, yeah.
You can
No, it's-
be our
yeah, it's-
chatty
yeah.
daddy.
Yeah, it's exactly.
You can use that chat. You can call yourself the Chatty Daddy
Chatty
from
Chatty.
now on if you want.
Wow. Yeah. That definitely does not quite fit me.
Your Chatty Daddy.
Well, you can use it ironically. That's even
Yeah, I
better.
guess that's true. Okay, that's true. But it is about Friday the 13th.
It's about a specific player.
Okay,
Friday
yeah.
The 13th,
So
who was
I
a friend
haven't
of
actually, I
ours.
haven't actually played the game. So can you tell me who he is and what
Chad
what
is
deal
Chad is a character.
Okay.
Chad is a character. He is good in battle. He
Okay.
can use a baseball bat to stun Jason very effectively.
Okay.
But just to put sort of a bow or a button on what kind of character Chad is, you can get an achievement as Chad for taking the 4-seater car and leaving camp with no one else but you in the car. That's
So-
the sort of
Chad-
sort of character Chad is.
In movie trope language, Chad is the archetypal, like, privileged teenage bully boy.
Okay.
That is Chad.
Okay.
But he can be handy in a group if you need somebody to lay the smackdown on Jason.
Yeah,
and
if
then
you need
everybody can
someone to
run away.
bully Jason, Chad is your boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He's using
so
his
anyway,
powers.
Any
one of
other
our-
situation.
He sucks in any other
Yeah,
situation.
he can't fix anything. He's the worst character for trying to repair the car or anything or get away.
I
But
see.
anyway, one of our friends plays him, and he likes to get on the radio and be super helpful. And so
Okay.
he'll get on the radio because in the game, all of the audio chat is proximity based, unless you get a walkie-talkie. So he'll get the walkie-talkie and start blasting out advice to
And he'll do like a radio
helpful
call
things.
sign first. Like, this is Radio,
Radio
Chad.
Chad.
Yeah.
It sounds better if we both do it because it should have like a certain echo to it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Chad. I didn't mean to steal your thunder there. Chad. You
No,
wanna do
no,
the
no.
Radio Chad
That was
thing?
perfect. We needed
Okay.
that.
Good, good.
So anyway, I wrote a song about him. We didn't tell him we were going to do this or anything, but I wrote a song about him, and I live streamed it on the internet using a new program that I had not used. It was a really bad idea, but we made it happen. and now there's a song about Chad.
Nice.
And if you ever encounter him in the game, then it's even funnier.
Yeah, I kind of feel given his name, I kind of feel obligated to play the game at some point. You know,
The funny thing is the player base is not huge right now, so if you're playing on PC, it's not that unlikely that you would run into one of us playing it because.
oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
At this point, yeah, it's like Shell Riley is the entire user base for his like zip code. But we're hopeful that we can single-handedly bring those numbers back up and convince people to play Friday the 13th on PC.
Yeah, we used to play it almost every Sunday.
Really? Is it only a multiplayer?
Well,
you can single player, but it's not that good.
practice. It's
Yeah.
like in the way that
okay.
Quake 3 is
I see.
single player, then
I see.
Jason is single player. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the multiplayer thing, but if there's not that many people, maybe.
Well, the
There's
best
not
way to
bad.
play this is like it's like short bursts of private matches with like if you have like 6 or more good buddies you want to play a game with. It's a riot. It's like
Yeah,
a
it's
party
great
game.
for that.
It's great.
Okay,
But you know, you don't
Next
you
Steam
treat it like a
sale,
party
baby.
game. It's not like an MMORPG you're going to play all week or a fighting game you're going to carefully hone your craft on and then go to
I
a
see,
tournament with.
okay.
It's a
mean, you
casual.
could,
It's a great casual
but-
game. It's like one of the best casual multiplayer games I've ever played, hands down.
okay.
Like you could get hardcore about it. Like our friend Nap City Cell,
Yep.
he's amazing and hardcore about it. But at the same time, if you devote that much time to a game that's kind of been abandoned by the developers and is not really going anywhere, then it's going to be less fun than if
just
you
wanna
don't
unlock
take
weapons.
it super seriously. Yeah,
Unlock the weapon swap.
yeah.
Level 113 is just a punishing level for that unlock. And I don't know why, Randy Greenback, you are making me play. No, I don't know.
You're
Randy,
forced to play
Randy
the
Greenback
game.
actually follows me on. He follows us on Twitter. Me, us, I don't know. But thanks for
Right.
that.
The collective.
You're a cool guy. Don't unfollow me.
Please don't. We want
Yeah,
you
I'm
as
sure-
a friend.
I'm sure he's definitely listening to the to the
No,
podcast.
he's
Probably.
not.
He's a very big fan.
He's not going to
He
know
was like-
of this.
He's probably going to talk about Radio Chad.
Not only
and
will
there's-
he not
and talk
hear
about Friday
it,
the
but he will not
13th.
be
Absolutely.
told of it. Nobody cares.
I'm going to forward
All right.
it to him. Don't you
Next
fret.
question. Wait.
Well, actually, it's funny. That actually kind of works perfectly for my next question because we're kind of we're at a good transition for my Fandomania question. So, what are you guys fans of?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Wrestling.
Star Trek.
Wrestling Star Trek. That
Should we
episode where
talk
they did
about
wrestling.
like the not surprising nerdy stuff that we're fans of, or should we talk about like the things that we're fans of that are gonna surprise people? Like
Whichever way. I mean,
Surprise me, baby.
surprising
So, I
things
mean-
are always kind of interesting.
like we're obviously
wait, I've been
into
Chad, why-
games and game music.
Yeah,
You-
obviously
wanna
game
play-
day, of course.
Yeah.
Friday
You
the 13th,
guess.
Yeah.
Chad, you guess one thing that one of us is into before each of us talks, and then we'll tell you if you're right. That'll be good radio, Chad. What do you think?
So I'm going to go with a fairly safe one. Star Wars. I'm guessing somebody at least is a fan of Star Wars.
No, you got to
That's all
pick
right.
who's into what.
Yeah.
You got to match. You got to match
Okay.
the interest to the
I'm
man.
Which one of us owns more than 3 cars personally?
Oh wow!
You forget about how rich I am, Sean. I'm so rich.
I didn't say they were good cars, or that it was me, because it's not.
They're all up on blocks in the front yard. You own 3 of them.
None are drivable.
One
You're
of
not
us,
as far off as you might think.
one of us might drive a PT Cruiser.
Oh wow! Oh man, I definitely could not guess. but that's fun. Oh my god!
I don't know who drives the PG crew. Is it Sean?
It's me.
Sean.
It's me.
Sean.
Yeah.
Nice.
The multiple
I think-
cars is Ty,
Well,
but we both love cars. He just loves having more of them, and I love having weird ones.
cars and guitars, baby.
I spent 10 years playing in a big band, like playing jazz.
Really?
That probably surprises people because I'm like
that's
known
cool.
on the internet for playing metal guitar and stuff. I spent more time playing jazz than metal probably. I played more drums on this album than anybody else, which is weird. I think the next album we should try to have the drummer play drums.
Hopefully, Tanner. Well, Tanner just got his class upgrade to drummer from
Exactly.
engineer pretty recently. So.
He just finished that quest.
Yeah, so
He's
now
got
that Tanner's
level up.
finished that quest line, he's got the gear and stuff.
And he's got
All right,
new boots.
I've got a fandom that may surprise you, Chad. I am a big fan of foodwishes.com.
Food wishes?
What's
Food
food
Wishes?
The
wishes?
YouTuber Chef John,
Hmm.
who runs
Okay.
the Food Wishes YouTube channel. I see you're so surprised that you haven't even heard of Food Wishes.
Nope, I have not. I have
Fine.
not.
I just finished watching Frasier and I'm now watching Cheers.
Okay.
This is
That's
not
really good.
a lie. This is I know
Really
it sounds like I'm doing a bit, but I'm not.
No,
This is the
him.
truth.
Yeah.
I just finished watching Parks and Rec before that, so a bit more up to date. I liked Parks and Rec very much. Ron Swanson, what a character. What a memorable character, huh? What a man. What a guy.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
I love to play the
careful.
game Friday the 13th, even though it's dead and no one plays it anymore.
Take that guy
I
that follows you on
occasionally play Payday 2, but I don't know why I still do. It's just like automatic stuff. It's like the behavior is just stored in my spinal column, and sometimes I can't help when
many-
it gets released.
How many hours have you got now, Shell?
I'm not. I'll check. I'll check. I'll check. I will.
While-
Why
while he's
not
checking
take?
his-
I'm going to take the time.
Can
Go
we
ahead.
can we talk about like maybe surprising? I watch skate videos like constantly. That's my other jam. Yeah, I skate. I'm terrible. I'm not any good, but it's fun.
okay.
Okay.
1,733 hours. Boom. Look at that.
1,700 hours.
Payday genius. I'm a payday genius.
The other thing I
I
was gonna ask-
wasted my life.
Oh.
Oh, wish that money was real.
Actually, hey Ty.
Oh my gosh.
Hey Ty. What's the weirdest subreddit you subscribe to?
The grammar
I
club.
don't know.
Weirdest safe for work subreddit that you subscribe to.
Yeah.
And why is
Safe
it
for
children?
work.
Is it children falling over?
That's a pretty good one. Fellow Kids is a good one. Comedy Cemetery and Comedy Heaven. Comedy Necromancy. Comedy Necrophilia.
Is that like the retired JPEG where like when something gets killed, like we're done with that now?
Oh no. Comedy
What's-
Heaven is like memes that are so bad they're good.
Oh, okay. I'm
Okay.
going to
Let's turn it
subscribe
around
to that
on it.
right now.
Okay.
Tanner, maybe we should all take a turn at that. Maybe that would surprise people. What's the weirdest subreddit we subscribe to?
Yeah, I'm looking through my list right now because I can't remember.
I just did a purging just in case, data
Just in
goes
case
crazy.
you were asked.
Exactly. Just in case I was asked to do some purging today.
Disney Vacation.
Children.
Yes,
Disney
that's a good
Vacation,
one.
really?
Disney
That's
Vacation
Disney
is
is the
one.
creepiest. It's weird art.
Yeah,
Like
it's
poorly
basically
done
pictures
art.
from
It's-
what's
it's
that website? that they're from?
WikiHow. Yeah, WikiHow pictures.
Yeah, people write captions to those like really bizarre
it's
pictures. Like you
Out of context pictures from WikiHow.
Oh wow.
Hey,
It's
do you guys
beautiful.
subscribe
It's
to
an
Fox
art.
and Friends? To r/Fox and Friends? Because you should.
No.
No.
You really should. It's not what you think it is.
I subscribe to the INTP subreddit because I just love the pseudoscience of Myers Briggs. It's just
Oh,
an
God.
indulgence.
Oh yeah.
It's stupid, but it's like horoscopes.
I'm subscribed to Superb Owl.
Yeah,
oh, that's good.
Nice.
Superb Owl,
Yeah.
nice.
Superb Owl is a good one when it's Super Bowl season because you get to see some nice pictures of owls.
Yep.
And it's like, the Superb Owl champion. It's just a really happy owl near like a
Sounds
title
pretty
belt.
good.
It's a good time.
Nice. Nice.
Subscribe to the Indie Games subreddit, but that's not that interesting.
That seems
not.
seems on par. Way to go.
Sorry.
I like video games. I like to make video games. I got a Pixel Game Maker MV the other day. I'm very excited to get
Nice.
to use that.
Nice.
It's like
should make main
it's
characters.
a 2D game engine from the makers of RPG Maker.
Okay.
I love to use the video game software development software. I used to make games in Game Maker once in a while. So
I really want you to finish
That's-
Carvarian one day because that
Yes.
is
Oh,
a
yeah, I
great
should-
premise.
Carvarian was
Carvarian
this,
needs
this
to be
top-down 2D. It was like a top-down 2D shoot 'em up, but it was where you played a man with a sledgehammer who ran up a highway attacking cars instead of like a jet shooting other jets.
There's a song about it. We're gonna release
Yeah.
it eventually.
I mean,
It's
I
one
guess
of, it's one of
is
your
that a
best works, frankly.
was
one
that
of
a
my favorite.
fandom? Can I be a fan?
A fan of your own thing.
Of
that
your
you
own
make?
thing?
No, of a
You're a fan
Pixel
of
Game
making
Maker,
things.
of Pixel Game Maker
Oh, yeah,
MV,
okay, yeah,
that
yeah.
software, and also of
Yeah.
RPG Maker. Like I used to tool around in RPG Maker all the time. I used to use something called the OHRPG CE before I started getting into the I forget the company, but the one on Steam, the official RPG Maker software by RPG Maker. I've toyed with most versions of that software over the decades. Since I'm a fan of that. Yeah.
I've spent many hours.
All right,
reading
that's it. I'm done.
stories. I've spent many hours reading stories about people with horrible mother-in-laws.
Oh yeah, that's
just
a good one.
just know
Oh.
MIL is
Just
one of my
know
favorites.
MIL.
I should point out that my own in-laws are fantastic, which is
In case they
probably
hear
why,
this podcast.
right? Mine are great. They would never be in there, but I don't know. I'm a bad person.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to read about horrible people.
On that
I
note,
recommend it.
I'm very smart is a good one.
Yes, it is.
Nice. All right, guys. So before we kind of start to wrap everything up here, then, so how do people find you and your music online?
thegrammarclub.com. You can listen to all of our stuff streaming 24/7. And it will also lead you to our Patreon and our Bandcamp. Patreon is patreon.com/thegrammarclub. Similarly, Twitch is twitch.tv/thegrammarclub. And Bandcamp is the outlier with its thegrammarclub / not slash dot, but thegrammarclub.bandcamp.com.
Right.
Is that everything? Is that all of us? We're also on Facebook. We're not on Twitter.
I'm on YouTube.
We're too old. We're on YouTube, yeah,
Grammar
yeah.
Club.
Speak for yourself. I'm at Beefiness, baby.
And I'm
Well,
at
we're individually on
SH
Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm at SHAELRILEY.
Right. And you're kind of the official Grammar Club.
Official.
It's the
Yeah.
official Twitter.
Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah, because
It's
you're
his.
listed on there. Yeah. Being for the Grammar Club there.
Yeah, if
Yes.
me and Shell ever get a divorce, he gets Grammar Club in the settlement. So
The Grammar Club ate my personal Twitter account.
Nice.
It absorbed it.
Nice. All right, guys. So it's been great talking with you guys today.
Yeah, great talking with you. Thank
man,
you for
thank
having
you
us on
for-
your show.
Yes, thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much, dude.
Thanks for
And thank you
coming
for
to
being
our
a
show,
patron.
the
Thank you
same
so
show.
much. We
Yeah.
really
Oh,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
Support.
really
I mean,
enjoy. I
thank
really enjoy
you.
what you guys do on there. Yeah,
Thank
you've
you.
got
And
a
thank
lot
you
of
for
cool
listening
stuff,
to
yeah.
the album. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm so looking. I only had a chance to listen to it once so far, but man, I'm looking forward to listening to it again.
thank you so much. That's
Yeah,
high praise.
yeah,
Really,
all right.
thank you.
All right. Yeah. So thank you guys for being on the podcast and stay geeky.
All right.
We
hey
will.
man, take it easy, dude. That was
All
dope.
right.
I hope
Awesome.
we didn't do too much umming and ahhing and being weird.
Yeah,
But I hope we did the
Sorry
right
if I-
amount of
Sorry
it.
if I
Nah,
was
you're
weird or
fine.
anything.
No, you're fine. Nah, you guys
All
are
right,
fine.
good.
I was
Yeah,
weird
you're
on
fine.
purpose. On
There you
purpose.
go.
I
Weird is
tried.
good.
I tried to be the right
Weird.
amount of weird. I was afraid I might
Yeah,
have
weird is good.
Maybe
No,
like
weird
I
is
might
definitely
see-
good.
I-
Right on the
I
other edge
can't-
of that happy hill.
right on the edge there.
Yeah.
Weird is
careening
weird.
towards
All right.
awkward.
I'm
Don't
gonna kick Craig out of here.
Because I'm on the
Oh, you
edge
get that
and I'm
Craig.
trying not to.